Been a terrific serviceman for the side this year. His kick long, straight down the line, through the middle. Marking contest, results in no clean possession. Roach so a free kick and going against the Marlins on this occasion. I didn't quite pick up what that was for. So Jack Grimmond-Lee, the 200 game milestone man, will take this. Looks further afield. Runs his measure. Push out. So free kicks ensuing at the moment. This is going against the Panthers this time. And it looks like Reimers, Jaden Baldwin-Reimer, one of the critical trio for the side, will take the kick. He's been active already this game. Barely 5 minutes into the quarter. Effective kick. Finds his target without too much trouble at all. Lewis Jews, the captain. His kick's effective. So Nelson Bay cleverly working it forward. Although going the wide route, they've managed to get the ball to Wade Blackburn, the coach, star of the Nelson Bay Marlins, and one of the primary factors driving this club back towards the top of the league ladder. You'd like his chances from here. Very effective by boot. On that occasion, however, kick dropped a little short. It's gone in for a minor score. So second point for the Marlins scored. As the Terrigal Avoca Panthers bring the ball back in. Good succession of kicks and handballs. The overlap run is great. Grimmond-Lee, he's kicking long, looking for Alec Walters, and finds him. Big Red, hands up, high in the sky, plucks one down, and he will have a set shot on goal from about 50 out, it looks. Maybe just inside that forward 50. He's been an effective goal kicker for a couple of seasons now. He just grows in stature with every week. As we see, Ethan Formby, last year's best and fairest winner for the Terrigal Avoca Panthers, coming for a rest. He's back this week after an injury layoff. But Alec Walters' kick looks very good. Some celebrations, but only for a minor score. So no one getting any real traction on the scoreboard yet. 2 points apiece. Terrigal Panthers level up the score. Really feeling each other out, the two sides at the moment. They're very even with the sides that they've put out onto the field. And another possession at mark and possession to Baldwin-Reimer. He's an enjoyable player to watch. Fierce competitor, very effective with his ball use. And the Marlins cross the field in their back half. So good contest at ground level. No one getting any real advantage here. Marlins managed to get a hand pass out. It's a looping one, and a fist gets to it by the Panthers defence. Scrambled out ground level. And there's more than Marlins there, so they're going to come away with it. Looks like Carey there. Hand pass out wide. They've got runners. They're going to move into the forward line now. Big kick towards the goal line, and the mark's taken. It was neatly worked out there by the Marlins. And who's got that? I can't get a read on who's got that kick there, I think. Mitch Hall, I believe. Oh, no, it's Billy Barton. Goes to the outside of the boot. And he's missed that one too. So, very uncustomary for Billy Barton. A couple of certainties, but he definitely looks up and about. Make no mistake, he'll hit that scoreboard before too long. As effective intercept mark taken by the Marlins. Now they're going to send it straight back from whence it came. Low kick trajectory, and the Panthers return the favour with another intercept mark. Kick to the wing now. Ball hits the ground first, no mark taken. Now we'll have a boundary throw in on the far wing, slightly towards the goal line of the Nelson Bay Marlins. Very even contest now. Going back, Billy Martin missing definitely very gettable goals by his standards. 2 so far. I'm sure he'll reverse that trend before too long. Kick out of the scrimmage. is high, no mark taken. That was Leecroft. Usually guaranteed to mark that. Doesn't matter though. He was taken high in the contact on the ground. He's got the kick anyway. Switch kick. Effective. Finds Ewan Richardson, the youngster. His kick is good. Kick out wide. Grimmond-Lee on his own. And some great footy there. They are really threading the needle with some of these kicks, the Panthers, which is probably testament to the Marlins. Very close checking. It's been undone in the end. Joel Schneeberger takes the mark defensively. It undoes those short kicks. Kick low on the ground, picked up cleanly below the knees. And the Marlins continue to move forward. This time, Billy Barton takes a stretching mark. He's covering some ground. And the Marlins wheel around. It looks like a shot on goal there. It misses in the end, but that was Sam Carruthers, who kicked a couple last week. He'd like to get himself on the scoreboard early, there's no doubt. Burkershaw to bring the ball in. And does. They use that far side again, the Panthers. Runs full measure there. Long kick to the wing. Mark taken by Walters. He's a long way away from goals on this occasion. Comes in board. Kick too high. Nelson Bay Marlins could make them pay here if they get some clean possession. Looping hand pass up. Walters trying to make up for the mistake a moment ago. Kicks a grubber along the ground. Wormburner picked up. Marlins away again. Mark taken. Looks like that could have been Roach, and he's kicked one in board. The ball just changing hands, going one with the Panthers and then with the Marlins. They've got it now, the Marlins. High kick, a bunch of bodies go up, bouncing towards the goal line. Dangerous spot for the Panthers. It's Leecroft, he takes off, hand pass over, he finds Burns. Burns kicks to the wing. They've got Pitt. Pitt goes to ground, manages to recover quickly. He's got a couple of metres to spare. He's got to turn inside onto traffic. Beats both his opponents, and his kick is effective. Great footy by the Panthers. And the kick inboard, just a little too high for the leading target. I think it's Schneeberger who's got it now. He's away again, so he's been effective in defence on a couple of occasions now. Grimmond-Lee got to the ball. It was mishandled after he got rid of it, and a free kick is the result. Kick across the ground, dangerous kick, almost took the mark anyway. 2 bites of the cherry, and now it's the Marlins who are away. So a good kick there. We found Zane Grant this time. His kick not quite as effective, and now the ball's held up in a scrimmage. So whistle blown. We'll have a ball up here, near side wing. Very even contest at the moment. Enjoyable clash between these two sides. Worthy of the build-up. Ball tapped. Marlins trying to show some deft hand in the congestion. Wheeling around on the boot, heading towards their goal. And the ball on this occasion finds its way to the boundary line. The Marlins will get the free kick because there was no interference by hand or foot from the Panthers before it crossed the line. Big contest now. Ball at ground level. They're going to have to work the defensive line of the Panthers if they're going to get out of this. They've turned it over, the Marlins. Low kick is effective. And the first goal to the Marlins. Although there's some conjecture over it. Yeah, it's been awarded. So first blood drawn now from some outstanding work as I try. So we've got Tim Anderson for the Marlins as the first goal kicker. I'll have to apologise about the update of the score. We'll fix that up at quarter time. But get a quick read from the scoreboard. It's 0-2-2 to the home side, 1-4-10 to the Marlins. Long trip down from the Port Stephens area for the Nelson Bay Marlins, but they have got a lot to travel for this year. Very likeable season that they are having indeed. As the match Convenes in the centre now. Another clearance to the Marlins. They've been very effective at that in recent weeks. It's become a strong part of their game. A race now to keep the ball inside the boundary line. They do it effectively, and that's terrific work. Hand pass inboard. I think it was Thomas Warren who did the hard work by leg there. No mark taken. Again, we're in a dangerous zone for the Panthers' defence. They need to work hard here. Shot on goal there, ineffective. Still moving towards. They've got another one here. Nope, it's missed. Just try and get that picture back up for you.
Dale, we get him going.
Grimmond-Lee to bring the ball in. Back in play now. Panthers with a run on now. Mark, they're a long way home from home now, but that overlap run's being effective so far. Another mark taken further afield. They're going to enter their forward 50 now. Leading for that is Harrison Pitt. He's taken that mark. He's done that a number of times this season. And he's in some great form and will be looking to continue that. And take advantage of that end-to-end play that the Panthers have been able to produce this time round. Chris Bishop running back on the field now. Important kick for Harrison Pitt. Just to keep that margin well and truly under control. It's about 35 out. Tight angle, not beyond him at all. In fact, fairly rudimentary kick for the way he's been going about it this year. And that is absolutely perfect. An indication of what he's been like pretty much the entire season. So the Panthers score their first goal for the quarter and the match indeed as we count down. 5 minutes left to go, I believe. I think it's 9-12. 9 minutes and 12 left to go in the quarter. And what an even contest it is. 1-2. 8 to the home side. 1-4-10 to the Marlins. So in the middle now, Marlins will get the next clearance. This will start being a bit of a concern for Bishop and the Panthers, I would imagine. They are doing it with ease, the clearances. Kick high towards the goal line, and the mark's taken. So the Marlins will line up for another one. It looks like Blackburn on this occasion. Pulled it a little to the near side, so another minor score. They certainly had their chances to really blast ahead in this first quarter, the Marlins, but a little errant before in front of the goals. That's 1-5 to them. Bury takes a diving mark and does extremely well. He finds an effective pass to Grimmond-Lee, but under pressure, he puts it up high. Thankfully, Leecroft is up to the task, as he so often is. He takes off quickly, runs his measure. Outstanding kick, finds Bishop. Bishop will be pinpoint with this, but at the critical moment, an intercept mark's taken, and 50-metre penalty there. Not sure what that was for, but they'll take it willingly. Marlins now looking to set up. They're 1-5 at the moment. Can be costly if they get too far ahead with points rather than goals. Big contest there. Big punch down. Ball's in dispute at ground level. Wheeling around is Carruthers. He's had another shot on goal. He's missed that one. So that's a couple of misses by him. 1-6. They could have actually really put the Panthers to the sword in this first quarter had they been a little more accurate with their kicking. Perhaps the wet weather starting to have some kind of impact. As Birkinshaw looks to bring the ball back in. He's got a target, keeps it low. Bounces just before as the Marlins, like a school of hungry fish, wheel in. Ball's gone out to Blackburn. He kicks wide. He's got a target in Reimer. He slides, can't take hold of it. He wheels around and puts it straight on the left boot. And a mark's taken right in front of goal. I think I got carried away watching the actual play there. Yeah, it's a goal. Certainly has been. I'll just get a read on who the player was who kicked that. And I'm sorry that the camera just lost the action there. I got caught up in the action by eye myself, doing the whole thing myself here today. So, some worrying signs now for the Panthers. 2-6 is what the Marlins have kicked so far, and doing it very well indeed. The clearance is where they need to try and change things a little. Marlins just getting it out of the middle far too easily. And they've done it again here. High ball, no mark taken. Ball's in dispute now at ground level. And a free kick's been found, and the Marlins will get it. And it's Baldwin Reimer who will get the kick. He has just been outstanding here today at both ends of the ground. He's really troubling the Panthers at this stage. He's in some electric form. So about 35 out. And okay, so another behind. Well, one would got to admit there's been several let-offs here for the Panthers. They would be in all sorts of trouble had there been a little more accuracy, and certainly more accurate, which is probably more consistent with what the season has been for the Marlins so far this year. Scramble now. Toe poke over the boundary line. And the Marlins have received another free kick. So they're on top in every aspect of the game. High ball, whistle blown. So an infringement's been found. The Panthers will be the recipient this time around. So the crowd gathers here. Another mark taken. They're effective at this, the Panthers. They just need to get it to goal. So, another free kick. I think it could have been holding the ball on this occasion. It looks like Pitt will be taking the kick. No, he's passed that back over to Walters, who in turn hand passes back to Pitt. Gets the kick away. Looking for the target further afield. Can't find it. The ball's at ground level again now. Marlins have been very good at this half-back zone all day today, and this is no exception. There's Jews. He will could have been taken high. The umpire agrees. Free kick to Jews, the captain. He's kicked over aside. Good contest. And a free kick. The Marlins are just handling the ball at will at the moment, taking possession wherever they feel necessary. And if it not for their inaccuracy in front of goal, the Panthers would be lamenting this first quarter performance. And the re-entry kick's been turned over. Hudson Roach has got hold of the ball. We like the style of his game. High kick. Big mark. Is that Reimer again? He is really troubling the Terrigal Avoca Panthers today. $20 out. Shouldn't make a mistake with this one. Jaden Baldwin Reimer, former Elliott Davey medalist. Well, that's another miss. And you've got to hope, if the Terrigal Panthers are to kick into gear here and start to level up these scores, you hope that this inaccuracy doesn't come back to bite them. Can't be too hard on Baldwin Reimer. He's been incredible so far this quarter. And if he continues this, it could really ruin the day for the two milestone Panthers. Panthers pushing the back there, resulting in a free. There's Luke Bury there, who's just a little nudge in the back of his direct opponent. Marlins moving the ball clinically. Under pressure again now in the defensive line, the Panthers, but they're moving the ball well. Hudson Roach wheels around, kicks one back towards his goal line. Ball up now. So Panthers handle it better. High ball. Founds the boundary line. Looks like out of bounds in the full. So another free kick to Marlins. So they're certainly giving them plenty of chances, the Panthers. Kick inboard. Effective. Mark taken. So the Marlins have a shot on goal here again. Siren blows. It's an important kick in the context of the game. It's gone across the face and another minor score. So that's 1 quarter down. And a regrettable one for the Panthers, one would assume. However, thanks to some inaccurate kicking by the Nelson Bay Marlins, they certainly haven't put them out of it. Probably had the opportunity to, with 10 scoring shots, resulting in just 20 points for the travelling side. 1 goal, 2 to the Panthers, 8 points. We'll take a quick break and be right back with you for the second quarter of this very important game. I was just trying to remember to look at the lens, not the game outside of it. But I'll get there. First go at it. So that's the first quarter. No, play ready. Oh, you can? One more behind.
Down. Is that better?
Should be 9. One more.
That 9?
One more.
Showing 9 here. Okay. Oh, fuck me. There, that's it. Got it, beauty. Cut.
Hi, mate. All right. Okay, mate, no worries. I'll just keep repeating. No problem at all. I'll keep repeating it. I'll get a bit better as the game goes on, so that's fine. Cheers, mate. Thanks very much. All right, I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye, mate. All right, we're going good. Is the word? It's going good is the word. Welcome back to Hylton Moore Oval, home of the mighty Terrigal Avoca Panthers, who are playing today a very important game in the context of their club history. The much-loved coach, Chris Bishop, plays his 300th match today. He's been an outstanding contributor, not just to this club, but to the league in general over the last 2 decades. Must be coming up with some kind of record as 18 seasons at the helm of this great football club. They're playing the up-and-coming superstars of the competition, the Nelson Bay Marlins, who are having a wonderful season following up last year, 2024. And currently the two sides are sitting 3rd and 4th, respectively. So in the context of their year, it's a massive game. In addition to this, the captain of the Terrigal Avoca Panthers, 2-time Elliot Davey medalist, and here he is going at the ball right now, Jack Grimmond-Lee. 200-game milestone game today for him too. So a lot to play for the Terrigal Avoca Panthers. But at the moment, they're being sort of shown the way a little bit by the Marlins, who, inaccuracy only, has been the difference between them being a sizable lead in front of the Panthers. Score currently sits at 1-2-8, home side, 2-9-21 to the away side. So very close contest, but could have been, if not for some inaccuracy, a lot different in the deficit here in the second quarter. But we're underway here. Match of the round, AFL, Hunter Central Coast. It's top tier footy at its best here. There's no doubt about that. So the stoppage here is going to result in the side scrambling below the knees. No one getting any real purchase out of it. But a kick eventually taken by Nelson Bay, but under pressure, marked by the Panthers. High kick return is in turn marked by Wade Blackburn of the Marlins. He quickly plays on, finds Hudson Roach, the speedster, gets the kick away. He finds a target further afield. The Marlins maintaining possession. Ball returns to Roach. His kick is good. He finds a teammate who turns and burns, kicks forward. And on that occasion, the spoil has got away. Ball punched over the line. We'll have a throw in here. So some good defence by the Panthers in the end. Brings it back to a 50-50, albeit at the half-forward region for the Marlins. Good contest in the ruck. We'll have another stoppage here as the ball carrier was tackled. Ball up now. Ruck knock goes to the advantage of the Marlins. They've got to work quickly though. They've got Panthers hot on their heels. So a whistle's been found. They didn't work quick enough. Free kick going to the Panthers. Holding the ball call. Good kick there. Toby Burns is the recipient. Looks inboard. Bishop takes the mark. Quickly plays on to that direct bullet-like left boot. And he's created something here, Bishop, clawing his team back into some kind of contest as Harrison Pitt takes the mark. So far, I believe he's kicked 71 goals after his first one in the first quarter for the season, which is just incredible. And that one looks like 72. Harrison Pitt just continues with his barnstorming season of footy. 72 goals for the year. 2 for today. On track for another bag, of which he's managed to do 10 times so far this season. And if not for him, he's been the lone goal kicker for the Terrigal Avoca Panthers today. And they bring themselves back to within 7 points. The Nelson Bay Marlins will be ruining 9 points in the first quarter. They really could have got themselves a dangerous lead with a bit more accuracy. The Panthers will look to make them pay for that. Ball up now. Clearance going the way of the Panthers. Williams, high kick towards centre half forward. No mark taken. Grimmond-Lee bursts through the pack there. He gets the ball out further afield to Hayes, who wheels around on that right boot, and another point is kicked. So a bit more energy and enthusiasm coming from the Panthers in the second quarter early on. Certainly something that Bishop would have been trying to inject in his charges at quarter time. Oh, this could be costly here. Overcooked the kick. Oh, they've been let off. Adam Miller there with a bit of headgear on after copping a concussion last week. He really could have punished the Nelson Bay Marlins with that errant kick. We're probably still getting used to playing with the headgear on. They say there's a little bit of adjustment that it takes when a player moves into headgear, but it shouldn't take him too long. Low kick by the Marlins, so they have underanalyzed that. Grimmond-Lee tries to make him pay, kicks a worm burner, it's going towards goal. Pitt taps it, puts it in a good spot for Burns, who tries to dribble one across the ground. Ball's still in play here. Panthers might get possession again. Wheeling around this time. And another point. So this could be the Panthers' turn to try and pepper the goals. So inaccuracy certainly marring the event so far from both sides. But one thing's for sure, the Brisbane Water end of the Hylton Moore Oval is the point kicking end, that's for sure. The Marlins have the ball, weighing up their options here. Good kick, very effective, finds Mitchell Hall. He's a long way from goal, which is where he likes to be generally. Big mark taken. That's Mackenzie Leecroft. We've become very accustomed to him doing stuff like this in the defensive line for the Panthers. He's got an option further afield. Kicks long, straight down the line on the wing, looking for Bury. Couldn't quite get under it, but Williams mops up neatly. Wheels around on his right boot, looking for Pitt. Worm burners are certainly the order of the day. We're seeing a lot of ball grub it along the ground, and that would be indicative of the greasy, wet conditions we've got out there. It's just been a slow drizzle all morning. So the ground would be greasy after enjoying a few days of dry, warm weather here. Uncharacteristic at this time of year of July for New South Wales, but we've enjoyed it. Making conditions a little hard to handle of the ball out there today. So ball up now. Dangerous position for the Marlins. Taken out of the ruck by Miller. He handballs out, finds Burns. He picks that up expertly. Has enough time to settle a little, but not enough to put it through the big sticks. So another point. And that's the 6th behind now for the Panthers, next to the 9th for the Marlins. So it could be a game of points today. Blackburn to bring it in for the Marlins. Has an option further afield, goes long, straight down the middle. No mark taken. Good contest by Williams. He brings it to ground. Bishop at the bottom of that pack. And the umpire will blow the whistle and we'll have a stoppage right there. They've done very well. So after 300-odd games, clear to see Bishop not afraid to keep getting his hands dirty. Or his belly, for that matter. There's a lot of jumper washers in a lot of seasons for Bishop. Ball in dispute. Grimmond-Lee, 200 games of this. We've seen it. Probably the finest proponent of the inside midfield for the last 5 years or so at least. Ball's in the deep forward line position. And a free kick's been found though, going against, looks like Bury for the Panthers. And the Marlins will now try and set something up. So a little more subdued than they were in the first quarter, the Marlins. Hudson Roach with the ball now. Runs his full measure. Marking contest now. No mark taken. Hunt for the ball. Right against the extremities of the boundary. They've got hold of it, the Marlins. And this is Mitch Hall, who runs his full distance. Will this come back around? Could have been a very exciting goal, but another behind. That's the 10th so far, with just 2 goals on the next slot on the scoreboard for the Marlins. So 2-10-22. So an intercept mark, and the Marlins send it straight back from that re-entry kick. Ball goes high, and a flying mark effort out in front. I think it's Carruthers who's taken it. Certainly is. So Sam Carruthers, multiple goal kicker last week. He's kicked a couple of points today. He's about 10 metres out, directly in front. Shouldn't make any mistake, and they get their third. They'd be very pleased with that, the Marlins. So far this quarter, 1 for 1, which certainly is a bit more of an impressive return from their effort in the first quarter, but certainly making the most of the forward entry there, despite the Panthers having the full run of it this quarter. Carruthers. Getting a bit of clarification with the timekeepers there. And, of course, today you're on the scene for what is not match of the round, 2 live broadcasts today by On the Scene Productions. You've got the Newcastle City Maitland match being streamed live from Newcastle #1 Sports Ground. That starts at 3 p.m. Right now, the milestone match for the Terrigal Avoca Panthers, and an important one indeed in the context of the season as the Panthers go forward through Burns. No mark taken. Picked up by Carey. He dribbles one towards the wing, towards the boundary line, I should say. But Walters sends it straight back to the top of the key. And guess who's waiting to gobble that up? One Harrison Pitt, who'll be going for number 3 and looking to equalise after the most recent goal by the Nelson Bay Marlins moments ago. We'll get a good look at it from this angle. And should Harrison Pitt kick this, which he should without too much difficulty at all, he will go to 73 for the season as he chases down the elusive ton. No mistake made! Harrison Pitt continues to blitz the competition with his goal-kicking prowess. 3 for the day. Showing a deft hand, or should I say foot once again. He's on bag-rating form. And against a side that are playing the way they are, like the Nelson Bay Marlins, kicking a bag of goals is not an easy thing to do. At the other end, I think Billy Barton, the spearhead, who we expect to do a similar kind of return and plenty of the ball, but just the 3 points for him so far. As we wait for the reset in the middle of the ground now. Very even contest. 3-5-23 to the home side to 3-10-28. So it's a 5-point margin going the way of the Nelson Bay Marlins. The Panthers have been more active in this one after the Marlins set the tone in the first quarter. Restart now. Hands up in the air, trying to get first grasp on this ball. It's Billy Barton who emerges with it. Beautiful piece of roving from the big man. He kicks it forward, and a free kick. Looks like it's going against Leecroft. And a 50-metre penalty. So taking the kick here will be Tim Anderson. So he'll regret that after a goal so quickly in response to the Marlins' last one. They've made no mistake with it. Straight through the middle. And that's a quick reply. We're starting to see the goals take over now. Tim Anderson, number 17, kicked that one. And the Marlins will be very pleased with that response. There's no doubt. So, the wood now back on squarely on the Panthers to respond to the fourth goal by the Marlins. 4-10-34, starting to make that discrepancy between goals and points a little more acceptable. Back in the middle. Good contest now. The Panthers look like they're going to emerge with it as a clearance, albeit in an orthodox manner. Just getting a read on what's happening here. Looks like another 50-metre penalty, is it? Downfield kick. So it's not a 50-metre penalty, just to clarify. It's a downfield kick. And the Marlins would be very pleased with this, showing plenty of discipline. The kick this time. Looks to be taken by Luke Reimer. Big bomb. Travels the journey. Marking attempt is ineffective. Now it's a foot race to the ball. So the ball's found the boundary line on this occasion. So dangerous spot for the Panthers. They want to try and clear this ball out quickly. Hurried kick, ineffective, smothered off the boot. Foot race to it now. Both sides have hands on it. And a free kick will go to the Panthers here. Long kick. Pack musters here and a great mark. This time, trying to get a read on what's occurred here. It looked to me like a mark to Tyron Bird, but it's been turned over for some indiscrepancy, and I can't tell you exactly what that was for, but Blackburn will take the kick. And it's effective too. Dangerous spot now for the Panthers. They've got work to do here trying to clear this ball out. It's a raffle. The ball's bouncing like a hot potato from hands. The umpire's called a stoppage. So kick out now. The Panthers have managed to get clear. Great marking effort there by Walters. Unable to bring it down. It would have been spectacular if he had. Now wheeling round, Barton kicks towards goal. He's got options there. No mark taken. And that could end up in a free kick there. And it looks like it will. So it's a physical match. But a few of these decisions not working the way of the Panthers at the moment. A little skewed, the kicker. Long kick by the Marlins. And it's gone through for another behind. So out in the full, was it? So we got clarification on that. So the Panthers will take this through the agency of Birkinshaw. He's going to choose to go straight down the line here. Big pack musters and a good mark. Good mark taken there. Kick further afield. Marlins are away again. They've created a turnover here. Kick in board. They've got someone alone. And that mark taken. They're playing very well, the Marlins. Showing great composure. Thomas Warren, he's got a hold of the ball. Not a stranger to goals. He's kicked a bag this year. I think in round 6 or so. 30 out. Relatively in front. There's a bunch of let-offs here by the Marlins so far for the Panthers. They could have had a significant lead were they more accurate. But the inaccuracy continues. Another shot on goal. This time effective. That one came out of nowhere. That's a point. Buying into the celebrations on the interchange there was the camera operator. Bishop to bring the ball in. Oh, good effort. Panthers fly. Good mark taken, and they're away now. The Panthers' opportunity now through Williams. He kicks long. What a wonderful kick. He's found Pitt with that. Laces out. So Harrison Pitt to line up for number 4. 35 out, tight angle. We'll test him, but he's been incredible all year. And what a kick! What a kick! When they needed it most. An outstanding effort. That's 4 goals to Harrison Pitt. He's on bag rating form again, which is no real surprise. Is there anything he can't do this year? Minutes away from half-time. We could have his bag before half-time. He's on for 10 goals again. Double figures. He's done it 3 times so far this season. The Panthers show some great composure there. 6 points the margin now. 4-5, 29 to 4-11, 35. A scoreline, the Marlins would have preferred to be the other way around, no doubt. Petty with the ball now, wheeling around. Kicks it towards goal. So ball up now. No one going anywhere with that one. We'll see that stoppage replayed. So the Panthers have got a behind here. Minor score. So a 5-point margin now. Very close match indeed. So critical, the final result of this one for both of these sides, and where they may end up in the ladder, the grand scheme of it all. This is concerning for the Marlins. An absolute prime mover for them today. Jaden Reimer, let's hope there's nothing too serious there. He's been an incredible player here today, and very important to the prospects of the Marlins for the year. Let's hope he's all right. We send him the best wishes there. Hope there's nothing too serious there. Big kick. Pack forms. Burns rows it beautifully. He's captured just before he can get rid of the ball. And it's the Marlins that are off and racing with that kick. But it'll find the boundary line and we'll have a throw in. 2.5 minutes to half time. In what has been an incredibly close contest so far today. The Panthers have the kick. Bond out in front. He can't take the mark there. And roving it well is Juice. The captain wheels around on a step. Sends it long back from the direction it came. Mitchell Hall will run the ball over the boundary line. So we will have a stoppage here. Around the half forward line on the boundary for the Marlins. Good contest there. Comes down. Marlins have the better of it at ground level. Couple of hand passes, but it's come undone. Panthers try their best to take control of the ball. They've got hold of it out wide through Bishop. Whistle's been played and a kick downfield. Walters read it better. He knew what was coming. Hand passes to Bury. Bury runs. He'll go his full measure at a goal. And it's hit the post. Wonderful build-up there. And once again, orchestrated by Bishop out of that stoppage. He's certainly showing every ounce of his 300 games of experience.
Come on.
Carey now with the ball. As the Marlins try and resuscitate something here. Ball now with Blackburn. He kicks to the wing. He's looking for Barton, who reads it beautifully. Takes the chest mark in the end, but and he's drawn a 50-metre penalty here. I think Adam Miller it was who ran off the mark before it was called. Billy Barton is an expert at that. He drew that. Knew it was coming all along. So Barton, who's yet to kick a goal uncharacteristically here today, is certainly within his range. Another wonderful striker of the ball. He's in great form so far this year. Fit, covering the ground and kicking the ball as well as ever. Not beyond him at all. He'll launch this from 50 metres out. We'll get a good look at it here by Barton. Coming back, just not enough. He will regret that. Could have been on bad grading form himself by now, which is what we would normally expect, but doing plenty of work further up the field. Bishop, re-entry kick, travels a good distance, and the punch over the back was effective. Players are going to race towards it now, but that's it. It's the end of the second quarter. We're at halftime now, and it is a very entertaining match here on the Scene Productions. The Terrigal Avoca Panthers, 4-7-31, trail by just 5 points in what's been a big point-kicking match so far. 4-12-36 to the Nelson Bay Marlins, who will regret and rue a lot of missed opportunities today, but there's still a half a game of football in this important match for both clubs. Please join us again after the halftime break for more of this wonderful match at Hylton Moore Oval.
say, it's just a bloody dogfight at the moment.
Straight through hands.
How long we got, mate?
Right? Two.
Welcome back to Hylton Moore Oval. Round 14 of the Black Diamond Cup Men's Division home and away season, and we are at Hylton Moore Oval. What an important match this is today in the context of the season, but also in celebration of two very, very much loved and respected milestone men for the Terrigal Avoca Panthers, the home side here, taking on the Nelson Bay Marlins. Third versus fourth, and we're underway here, the second half, in what's been a very tight contest so far. And, of course, we're celebrating two greats of the Terrigal Avoca Panthers football side. 300 games to Coach Chris Bishop. We send a very, very warm congratulations to him. His side would desperately love to get the 4 points for their much-loved leader today. And not to be outdone, 200 games to two times Elliot Davey medalist and captain of the side, Jack Grimmond-Lee. I'm Cori Hopper, and I'm on the scene with you here for today's milestone match. An important side between third and fourth too. Will go a long way to determining their final standings in the ladder as we head towards the business end of the season. Stoppage here results in the Panthers getting hold of the ball, kick towards wing, and a mark taken there by Walters. He's really having a good day today. Kick further afield. He's found a target there too in Hayes. His kick very quick towards the pit direction. Panthers trying to mount something early in this third term. And a stoppage will be the result here. Half forward position for the Terrigal Avoca Panthers. Big ruck knock. No one getting any clear advantage, although the ball does move in the general direction of the Marlins. Another stoppage here. Both Grimmond-Lee and Bishop having a great day out there leading their side. They are currently trailing by 5 points. It's a 31-36 scoreline as a free kick's been found, and it's going to the Marlins. The kicker will be Billy Barton, who's had another big day today. Hasn't really affected the scoreboard too much. Blackburn sends one further field. Picked up by Richardson. He's tackled quickly, but without any real opportunity to get rid of the ball. So we'll have a ball up now. Inside the forward 50 for the Marlins. Big tap forward. Panthers are waiting for it at ground level, but somehow getting his hands on the ball there was Marlins captain Louis Jews. Following up a great game last week with 2 goals. Kick inboard. Spoiled by the Panthers. They got work to do now. Hay trying to get it onto Miller, but coming in to ruin the day is Carruthers. He wheels around, gets a kick off, and it's chopped off by the Panthers. Outside kick. Lee Croft takes the mark here. Hayes. Ethan Hayes gets hold of it. No one on the mark, so he runs on. Gets around Blackburn, but his hand pass is a little hot. And we find the boundary instead. As we see the Terrigal Avoca interchange here, very eager to get on, play a part in this historic match. So stoppage, ball comes in the hands of Hay. He's wrapped up before he has a chance to do anything with the ball, and we'll have another stoppage here. No one affects that in the ruck contest. Ball's at ground level. It's a scrimmage. Whistle blows again. We'll have another stoppage. And as we wait on this, big punch by Miller. Off balance, still goes further than what half people can kick. Goes to the wing. Good spoil by the Panthers. And a very cool, calm kick under pressure. That time by, I think that was Bird. So long kick. Panthers trying to mount something in their forward line now. Vision's a little obscured. Looks like Carey wheels around and kicks it, and it'll be a downfield kick by the sounds of it. He was affected after he got the kick away. So Billy Barton, the captain of the Nelson Bay Marlins, will take this kick. Certainly taking his time, waiting for something to present itself. Wheels around the mark. A group gathers here, close by the camera. Picked up by Hall. He tries to wheel around his tackle. That should be a free kick. It was. Just couldn't quite get his boot to ball. And a great tackle. He's looking for Hayes, but he slipped at a critical moment. Lucky he's got support from Williams. And fast run. And that was excellent work in the end. That was Finlay Coote. He got that kick away. Panthers back in board now to send up forward. Walters couldn't take the mark on that occasion. Blackburn comes in to try and resuscitate things for the Marlins. Kicks wide for Barton. Can't quite get him. The ball finds the boundary line. That wasn't affected, so it should be a Panthers free kick. It is. And Formby launches one into the hot spot. No more take it. It looks like Miller might be in a bit of strife here as he comes to the interchange bench. A little bit of claret on the nose there. He's had a head knock just recently. Let's hope everything's all right there. It's not too serious. Concussion, such an important protocol to follow through now. So he'll probably go through the standard testing. Meanwhile, the Nelson Bay Marlins will take a relieving kick from the defensive line. We saw an injury earlier on through to Jaden Baldwin-Reimer, another critically important player for the Nelson Bay Marlins, and it's a hot football there. Effective tackle. Holding the ball, says the umpire. And so this kick will be taken. The Nelson Bay Marlins holding on to a narrow lead. 5 points. That kick sees a marking contest bring the ball to ground. A succession of hand passes. Panthers trying to get hold of it and send the ball out. They do this time. Leecroft gets around the body. Sends one bouncing. Skittles all players. Foot race to it now. But the boundary line will beat everybody. We'll have a throw in on that far side. We're a lone operator here today for your broadcast live and exclusive on the scene. Just myself doing the call and the camera operation, so I do apologise. The expert work of Shane Darwin not with us today. Instead, Newcastle City and Maitland get those exclusive pictures. Him and Ash Borg, of course, at number 1 Sports Ground for another critically important match of the Black Diamond Men's Cup. So, doing everything we can to give you a wonderful broadcast nonetheless. As the ball goes forward for the Nelson Bay Marlins. Foot race now. The Marlins get to it first. Don't have enough time to get rid of the ball effectively as cavalry arrives for both teams. And the Panthers look to get themselves out of danger on this occasion. Worm-burning kick. Stayed at the ground level. Players still playing and a whistle finally comes along. Gives them some relief as the ball makes its way over the boundary line. We see the milestone man right here, Chris Bishop, making his way to the boundary line. He's had a fantastic positive influence on this game again, still going strong after 300 games. We love to see that. He's been a stalwart and an ambassador for the game. And as he comes off, the effect being, Wade Blackburn's taken a mark. I think, is that mate? No, it's not. It's Mitch Hall. There's only one single digit on the back of the jumper there. So Mitch Hall, a known goal kicker. A great foil for great Billy Barton up there in the forward line. Not beyond him. You're generally a good striker of the ball here. You think this could be successful. 25 out, slight angle. And dead on. They're celebrating there. They're enjoying that. Mitch Hall nails another one for the Nelson Bay Marlins and stretches that lead out to 11 points now.
Who was that?
Mitch Hall, number 1. Kick that one. So the Marlins certainly staying true to the form that they've showed all season and showing everybody they are very much a worthy contender for the flag this year. Truth be told, it'd be a wonderful story for the league to see them make their way to a grand final and beyond. That ball up there will be replayed. A little bit to the advantage there. It's sort of to the delight of Billy Barton, who pounced on it like a lion on a gazelle, but went too far to his advantage. This time it's Grimmond-Lee, 200 gamer. Done this many, many times in those 200 games. And the Panthers will get a goal in response. Well, we've seen this quite a few times today where one side will get a goal and the immediate response, that's Toby Burns that time. The vice-captain continuing with his wonderful season of football. Just read it best off hands and ran into that open goal. So, Panthers absolutely pleased that that stoppage was, the ball up in the centre was replayed. Made the most of that. For me personally, it's great to see the milestones of both Chris Bishop and Jack Grimmond-Lee. I was fortunate enough to coach Jack in his last season of junior football, a premiership in 2014 in the under-17s. A year he won the league best and fairest there. Obviously went on to win another 2 Elliott Davies in the senior competition since then, last year being the most recent. An absolute champion of the game at every level. We love and wish him every success there. As the play continues in the forward line, Nelson Bay Marlins get another clearance. And on top of that, very strong personal connection with Chris Bishop as well. He was a reserve grade coach at the Terrigal Avoca Panthers when he took over as the senior coach in 2008, and just was very privileged to work with him for a number of years and watch him slowly turn the Terrigal Avoca Panthers into an also-ran club and into the powerhouse outfit that it is now, a perpetual contender in finals, 6 premierships, and does not look like his influence is diminishing anytime soon. One would think a lifetime achievement award for the league will be coming his way for his contribution, not just at club level, but as a representative coach and player. 300 games, senior football, and help to raise the profile credibility of the entire league with the efforts that he's done. So we congratulate him for this. He'd be very pleased to see his side pull off a win for him. There's no doubt about that. If there's anyone who deserves it, it's this man here. We look to see him go back on the field. He'd be uncomfortable with the accolades. Very much shares the wealth when it comes to recognition for success. But few can deny his influence and his influence in bringing that success to the club in the last 15 years or so. So mark taken now by the Panthers. The switch kick should be effective here. Kick towards Hayes. He picks it up with some deft touch with distinction and sends a beautiful kick in the Alec Walters direction, and Big Red had to stretch, but he made no mistake about it. Beautiful, strong mark, and that's making a statement as a forward presenting. He's had a good game, Walters, close to my best at this stage for the Panthers. He'll kick this from right on 50. Strides in with some confidence. Wheels around for the extra distance. Is it coming back? No. Another behind. So that'll bring up the 10th behind for the Terrigal Avoca Panthers. In a day that has been chock-a-block full of single point scores, the behinds have been coming thick and fast today. 5-9-39 to 5-13-43. It's a 4-point ball game. The Panthers have managed to cut the deficit by 1 point. It's a close match. And heaven forbid that these sides calibrate their radars to a level they be happy with. Loose ball now. Bishop trying to lead the race to it. He's dealt with accordingly as Cori wheels around and kicks one forward. No mark taken. Foot race now. Even contest. Murray taps one towards Hay for the Panthers, and it's Carter who mops it up. Murray follows that good run up. and he gets the loose ball. Kicks beautifully. He finds his teammate in Peters. Peters has got a rampaging pit. Can't quite get to it. Ball goes to ground. Marlins are there to try and resuscitate something their way, but a whistle's been blown, and I'm not sure what that was for. It looks like Kerry will get the free kick. He'll be the beneficiary of that. Long kick. It'll drop very close here. Big marking contest, but the ball's fisted over the boundary line. We'll have a stoppage right here under our noses. So, an intriguing contest so far indeed. It could absolutely go either way. Harrison Pitt with 4 goals so far. Leecroft grabs that one out of the stoppage. Mopped up by Carey. His hand pass is errant. And Bishop, although he put his foot out to kick that, it just missed his boot. And as a result, incorrect disposal is the call made. He was unlucky not to get a boot to that. So the Nelson Bay Marlins kicks it to Wade Blackburn. He's all class, this man. Wheels around. Amazon Blackburn, we call him, because he just delivers anywhere, anytime, every time. So, kick now by Carey, and his kick is effective. And he's found Mitch Hall, who kicked one moments ago, and he's got a loose player there who's taken the mark. That's Harry Gordon. So Harry Gordon will line up for another goal for the Marlins. They're going for their 6th, and to try and maintain that little buffer zone that they've managed for most of the day. Long kick. It looks like it's coming back, but not enough, unfortunately. And another behind. If they end up going down by less than a goal, they'll rue this inaccuracy. It could prove costly one way or the other. Birkinshaw brings the ball in. He's found his target. Although juggling mark taken, still in the hands of the Panthers. Ewan Richardson, the youngster, rising star of the Panthers. He kicks. Could have been a little nudge out, and the umpire says yes, it was. Carey's in a bit of a purple patch at the moment for the Marlins. Wheels around. Long kick forward. And the mark taken by the Panthers. It's a bit of saving grace there. Looking for Bishop. He's dealt with unfairly in the air. He'll receive the kick here. So now Leecroft. Long kick though. That was Peters. Long one towards Pitt. Just reads it better in the air. Being closely monitored by one of the better defenders in the side here for the Marlins in Lachlan Blythe. Famous name up there at Nelson Bay. But Harrison Pitt is just a difficult man to contain no matter how good a defender you are. So going for his bag today, Harrison Pitt. 4 goals so far. And he's got it. That's 5 goals to Harrison Pitt. That's a bag for him. Nothing unusual there. It's almost rudimentary for him to kick a haul of 5 every week. But he makes sure that the Terrigal Avoca Panthers on this historic milestone match stay well and truly in touch of the Nelson Bay Marlins. In fact, he's given them the lead for the first time in the game. 1 point the deficit now. 6-9-45. to 5-14-44, and that's where that inaccuracy starts to become a bit of a concern for the Marlins, who have led the way all day. They've got themselves 19 scoring shots to 14, but a few too many behinds, and now they've relinquished the lead. They will keep fighting it out, though, and this is mounting to be a very enjoyable finish to the match. Barton with the clearance for the Marlins, looking to respond immediately, and they will. That was a great mark. That's Carruthers again, I believe. He's a great addition, isn't he, Sam Carruthers? This is for his second one today. Hard to contain small forward. Take a great mark above himself. and finishes neatly. They need this, the Marlins, to regain the lead. Celebrations early for Carruthers. And he gets another one for the Marlins. So a very quick reply there. Keeps this game alive. Could go down to the wire, one might think, and that's exactly how we like it, with sides as closely matched as they are as we head to the finals. These two teams very likely to come up against each other early on in that final series. Currently sitting third and fourth. The Panthers at third, Marlins at fourth, and of course the Terrigal Avoca Panthers are perpetual inclusions in the final series. I think since 2012 they have not missed one. So that's 14 seasons of finals straight, with a good collection of premierships in amongst that. And the Nelson Bay Marlins, of course, of the feel-good story of the league, re-entering Cup last year. Re-entering the Cup competition in round 3 last year, went on to play finals in their first year back, and are going to do the same here. It's just where they finish remains to be seen in the last 5 matches of the season. Ball up now, tap backwards, and the Panthers get the clearance on this one. Out in front was Miller. He couldn't take that chest mark, trying to get hold of it. Second bite at ground level. High ball, Pitt! Again! He's unstoppable down there. Doesn't matter how close you wear him. He is just at a next level this season. So he's lining up for number 6 and the 7th goal for the side. Almost makes you wonder where they'd be without him, doesn't it? Just an incredible competitor. Had the good fortune of coaching him in a junior premiership as well. And this standard is par for the course. Another one for Harrison Pitt. 6 goals now. He's piling them on. And they really need to work out a system to contain him in what is now becoming a seesawing event with the lead. The Marlins had it for the briefest of moments. I should say the Panthers had it for the briefest of moments. Carruthers arrested that back the way of the Marlins, and now Pitt says, no, we enjoyed the lead, we want it back again. So the Panthers up by 1. 7-9-51, plays 6-14-50. As we go to restart in the middle. Could go either way, this match. Starts in the middle. Big knock by Adam Miller. But it's picked up by the Marlins, and they send it back to their half-forward region. No mark taken. Leecroft burst from there. He does that so well, and he's dealt with harshly afterwards. Free kick will go downfield. Burns has got it. His short kick finds Bird, but they'll say that's disallowed. It goes back. I should say Taj Knight has the ball here. Taj, kick offline, and it's picked up by Blackburn. He just always seems to be there. He's kicked it beautifully out the front of Billy Barton, who's charging to the boundary line. It manages to stay in. 2 Panthers work well between them. A whistle's been blown. Adam Miller being held as he tried to approach that marking contest. So a free kick going to Sneaky. Wheels around, bombs one long, puts it up high. Pitt's grabbing everything at the moment up there. Not this time though. Tackle ensuing, call for holding the ball. Umpire says I don't agree. And instead we'll have a stoppage. We'll split the difference between these two sides today, folks, because it's a very, very even contest indeed. High ball out of that stoppage over the boundary line. So that's on the full. And a free kick now. We'll go to the Nelson Bay Marlins. As you said before, very much a feel-good story for the league. Leading the way, showing that it doesn't take too much to find yourself back at the top tier, top of the top tier competition. And a great standard to bear for other sides looking to emerge and climb up the Black Diamond Cup ladder. Another stoppage now, right before us. Tap down at ground level. Tristan Carter reads it best at ground level, gets a hand pass inboard. Miller can't get hold of it. This time it's Bond. He gets it, but wheels back, turns around, back into trouble. The Marlins try to play on quickly. And I don't know about you, this must be the standard of this game, but that quarter seemed to zip by for me. And we are now set up for an absolute bumper. It's a 1-point contest on this very important milestone day for the Terrigal Avoca Panthers. Much loved, revered and admired coach Chris Bishop enjoying his 300th match. And I tell you what, if they're to win this one for him, they're going to have to push it right to the wire. Jack Grimmond-Lee, fearless captain of the Terrigal Avoca Panthers, he's enjoying his 200th game, and it's going to take something special from them both, as well as the rest of their crew, to bring this game home and the 4 points their way. They would very much love to do that for both of those individuals at the club. They've been critically important and contributed so much over such a long time. The club wouldn't be where it is without the two of them, there's no doubt about that. But this is what stands in their way. The feel-good story, the up-and-comers, ably led by Wade Blackburn and Captain Billy Barton. We saw an injury occur to Jaden Baldwin-Reimer earlier, just a prime mover for the Marlins, but they are continuing on in his absence, although it looks like he's out there amongst it. We'll have a quick break. Please join us for the final quarter of this great tussle. 7-9-51, the home side, leading the travelling Nelson Bay Marlins 6-4-50, 1 point the deficit. And I tell you what, if you're a gambling person, you wouldn't know which way to go. Could go either way. Join us in just a moment as we bring you the final quarter.
How are you? I'm really good. I thought this was really important for two sides. The boys are doing Newcastle, so I've come and tried to handle a lot in the end. So I think heading into time is obviously the milestones over here. I think that's what you guys are doing is amazing.
Trying. We're down today, but they're coming. They just try. For a small club, we've got to remember like last time.
I know. I mention it all the time.
Yeah, no, you guys are amazing. No, you treat us really well. But
I love the way you play. I think you play great.
Because my son got knocked out at Wyoming a few weeks ago. About 3 weeks ago. He's the fullback, so he's put his brother. He's a winner.
Yeah, Lachlan?
Yeah.
No, he's doing well.
He's a winger. He's a winger, isn't he?
I know. You've got your three boys are all well balanced across the field, aren't they?
You too. See you later. Welcome back to Hylton Moore Oval in what is set to be an absolutely ripping final quarter. The Nelson Bay Marlins have made the long trek down the freeway from the Port Stephens area, and they've brought every bit of their ferocious fight that they've showed all the way through season 2025 and now in 2026 as they look to finish a little higher on the ladder than they did even last year, entering the finals in their first year back in top-tier competition. Currently sitting fourth, right behind the home side here, who have plenty to play for. The Terrigal Avoca Panthers, perpetual leaders of this competition. Last year's premiers, they are the reigning premiers in the competition, looking to defend that. Beleaguered with a few injuries out, as do the Marlins. Certainly not putting their very best sides on the field, but the contest is wonderful nonetheless. Can the Panthers do it? For their two favourite sons, Chris Bishop, coach and 300-game player, multiple premiership winner, and Jack Grimmond-Lee, 200-game player, captain of the side, two-time Elliot Davey medalist. There are some superstars out there today, with Nelson Bay boasting a couple of their very own, as they try and mount something here. Hudson Roach, the speedster, sends one forward, but it's marked by Leecroft, who's really starting to have a big influence on the game now at half-back. Kicks across the field. Mark couldn't be taken by Bird. He's captured quickly and sent to ground. Could be holding the ball, and it is indeed. 50-50 could have gone either way then. Umpire said not going his way. So free kick to Nelson Bay. Long kick forward. Front spot. Marlins. They try and get a kick away. Go back towards their goal. A dangerous spot now for the Panthers, but they've got a relieving kick here. Looking for Burns. Can't get it. Oh, he recovers amazingly well. And he's caught Blythe, the speedster. And he thought he had an open goal. So Toby Burns saves the day there. Blythe would have been a certain goal there if he wasn't there to save the day for the Panthers. Tyron Bird now with the ball. He's a rising star of the Terrigal Avoca Panthers, but the kick didn't quite go where he wanted it to. The mark's been taken by Roach. Certainly had his influence on the game today. We like the way he goes about it. Bouncing ball. Panthers should emerge with it. Burns tries to turn out of trouble, only to find more of it coming up behind him. So he's been captured there. Free kick. Dispossessed. Just wasn't aware of what was coming up on his inside. Nelson Bay Marlins will take their time, set something up. Well, there's that man. He's back on the field, and great to see it too. We love his work. An absolute Trojan warhorse there is Jaden Reimer. They'll be very pleased to see him back on the field, having an impact immediately. We weren't sure if he had a serious injury earlier today. Good mark taken. Juice, the captain, wheels around on that left boot, sends it. Wobbly kick in the end. Probably favoured the Panthers. Williams, hand pass outboard. Looping one. Kick towards Alec Walters is taken. Good mark. He's had a great game, the Big Red. Out wide finds Knight. The speedster wheels, turns back in. Opens up the goal face a little for him. Tries to find Pitt. Pitt takes a beauty. That's a ripping mark. And two bodies right on him. They brought him hard back down to earth. Crash landed like a lunar module, but took the mark nonetheless and showed just how important this day is for him. This is for number 7, Harrison Pitt. 7 goals for him. He continues to climb up. That's 77 goals for the season. He's surely on target for a ton. And a bit of breathing space for the Terrigal Avoca Panthers. They'll have to guard it closely, though, because the Nelson Bay Marlins are charging this year. They've had the lead all day. They won't be comfortable in this position, having relinquished it now to the tune of 7 points. Still plenty of time left. Lots of footy to play, but an important goal in the grand scheme of it. As we reset in the middle, what a great contest this has been. Miller gets up high, punches it forward for the Panthers. They get the clearance through. Williams looking for Walters further afield.
Where's his head?
So call for high contact from the Panthers bench, and it's been found too. So the call was real. Toby Burns will take this, the vice captain of the Panthers. He's had another day out today, but what an important kick this is for him. This is where moments like this, the Panthers get to show some reward, some show of thanks to their captain and to their coach. Burns makes no mistake. That's 2 in a row to the Panthers. And they open up the biggest lead they've had all game. In the context of the match, the Panthers have probably led for no less than 5 minutes of the game. But they've now opened themselves up to a 15-point lead, and 13-point, I should say. And that is huge in the context of this match. So now, the Wood on the Marlins, the travelling side who've led all day. They've proved they can run with the reigning premiers for all the way through 3 quarters. This is where they must stay. So, free kick going there to Barton. He certainly won't give it up easy. Looping hand pass over, finds Blackburn. He gets his kick away just in time. Bounces short of its intended target. The ball's in dispute now. And a free kick for holding the ball. Well, that was a marginal one at best. Nonetheless, the Marlins will be taking the kick, much to the chagrin of a disgruntled Panthers fans. But the kick looks good, but not good enough. So off to the side, another behind, which has been lamentable by the Marlins today. They are now 6 goals, 16. And with a 12-point deficit, it could prove costly. As the combatants go hard at ground level, half forward, contact high to Jason Carey. He's had a very good day out today. Robust midfielder type. Fearless, puts his head over it. His kick is good. Finds his intended target with ease in Adam Grant. He kicks long towards the goal line. Players mustering there. No mark taken. The Panthers are able to get out of trouble here. Now with Richardson. Long kick down the wing. They maintain possession. It's with Harrison Pitt. He's a long way away from goals. Such is the acumen of this man. He kicks inboard. Finds his intended 50-metre penalty. It's gone against Grimmond-Lee, one of the fairest players out there, but I think he moved off the mark just before the umpire called it. They've been red hot with this today. Difficult. So 50, this will be a certain goal, one would think, and can't quite see what happened there. And the goal's kicked there. As controversial as it is, another goal to the Nelson Bay Marlins. It keeps this contest very much alive. Wade Blackburn kicked that one, number 11. And that'll be controversial in the grand scheme of it. But nonetheless, Blackburn's a champion any way you look at it. And that brings up goal number 7. That's it. 63 plays 57 in this intriguing final quarter. It is living up to all expectation. And you have to say, we're very glad we got this covered in a second match for the round this weekend. Free kick going against Adam Miller in the middle. A ruck infringement. I'm not sure if I saw it myself, but Billy Bart's taking full advantage of it. Runs his full measure. Hand pass over to Roach. His kick smothered. Hand pass now with the Panthers. They got control of it. Burns wheels around on his right boot. Sends one across the ground, burning some grass. Walters heavily met by Reimer. The ball's in dispute now. It's passing from one hand to the next. Blackburn sidesteps, manages to shrug that tackle, sends it towards his forward line. Off hands, the Panthers have got it. And the umpire's called holding the ball. There was no opportunity for Formby whatsoever to get rid of that ball. Tough call. 1-2 between Blackburn and Jews, and now a hit after the ball's disposed of has led to a free kick downfield. And now Hudson Roach will take it for the Nelson Bay Marlins to put them back in front or to level the score. 57-63. Roach kicks Truly. We have a dead level game between third place and fourth place with 14 minutes to go. What an encounter. Some controversial calls, to say the least, have resulted in the Nelson Bay Marlins kicking the last two and levelling the scores. I imagine there'll be some close examination of the footage if I manage to get some good pictures. But what a game. As we head down to 14 minutes left to go. Back in the middle now. 14 minutes to go. Last term. Round 14 of the Black Diamond Cup competition. And what a contest it is. Miller flies high in that ruck knot. Panthers trying to take advantage of his ruck work. Hayes leading the charge on the wing for the Panthers. Flanked by a couple of Marlins. Some huge contests in the grand scheme of it. Barton just grubbers one forward. They're going to get away with it, the Marlins, and enter their forward 50 now. Big kick, punch back. Bishop's got a paddock to run through. Gets a low ball. Finds his intended target in Formby. He kicks one further afield on the wing, and now they'll slow it down. Big kick by the Panthers. Up forward. Marlins going to ground. They're at ground level. Quick hand pass out. They've got it again. Wheeling around with a quick kick. And all by himself. Out in front. He'll run into an open goal. Is Burns. He read it well. He took a punt to go and find some ground on his own in front of the goal. And the Panthers have responded. It's a goal fest now. And all of a sudden the scoreline not looking too shabby with a 10-9, 69, plays 8-15, 63. Terrigal Panthers have taken the lead again as we head towards the 12-minute mark left to go for the quarter. What a game. These two sides very evenly matched. Nelson Bay desperate to shrug the hoodoo of the vast reputation of the Panthers and that power that it holds over many clubs through the course of the year. They're playing a fearless style of football. There's no doubt about that. The Panthers, no stranger to this situation, are being pushed and tested to the very end. They will show some class here as Formby gets it to Grimmond-Lee. He's charging now. Sends one in the pit direction. It's up high. The Marlins take a gamble, picks it up beautifully as Taj Knight. He wheels around, he'll grab a one through. That's an important goal in the grand scheme of it all. What composure from the young man. He wheeled around in his right boot and kicked that with some distinction, choosing to use the ground as an ally, as an assist, and grubbers it through. And just like that, the Panthers take the level peg scoreboard back out to a 12-point lead. Second half has been a goal fest. We've seen them come flowing thick and fast. And once again now, the Nelson Bay Marlins turn the table. They put the pressure back on the Panthers, and the Panthers have responded. Miller punches another one down. This time it is collected by Grant. He kicks one forward. That following it up, I think held without it. Yep, held without it. And another 50-metre penalty. We've seen so many today. And it looks like Harry Gordon will be the recipient of this. A 50-metre penalty will put him right in front of goal. I tell you what, the last three goals from the Nelson Bay Marlins have all come from free kicks and 50-metre penalties. And I'm certain that will be something that will certainly be looked at, I'm sure, after the match. As Gordon lines up, he's kicked that astray, much to the relief of the Panthers faithful. Well, he had a chance there to keep them within a sniff. And he'll regret that miss, no doubt, as they will. 8-17. Well, they've certainly had their chances, the Marlins, to give themselves a big buffer. Instead, it is like this. 11 points the difference. Diving mark taken by Miller. Umpire says it hit the ground first, so play on's the call. He gets to his feet, kicks it forward, looking for Tristan. He's held without it. That should be a free kick, and it is indeed. So, Carter. Hand passes wide to a running Burns. Burns kicks towards the goal. Up high, no mark taken. Comes to ground, charging through it. It's Blackburn. Gets his kick wide. Marlins have to resuscitate the ball further afield. They've got to mount something here. But it's taken over by Knight. Knight hand passes to the ground. They've raffled it off neatly here, the Panthers. And the kick's going back towards Pitt. Pitt will get a free kick here. He was held without it. He had the front position and was just handled. He made a fair call for it. The umpire saw... So Harrison Pitt for goal number 8. And to just make this finish a little more difficult for the Nelson Bay Marlins, you would think in his form he'll have no problem kicking his 8th here today. Harrison Pitt striding in, straight through the middle. That is just a rudimentary kick from this man who now has 78 goals for the year. Some great work there by Carter further afield. Set that up. So this is the biggest margin so far in the day. And one that would be concerning the Marlins at this stage as we're under the 10-minute mark, 8 minutes to go. Not out of reach to the Marlins, who have been gallant all day. They can... If they aren't able to overcome the Panthers today, there's no doubt they'll look towards that accuracy in front of goal. They had a chance to put themselves into a huge lead after the first quarter as Bishop gets his kick away here. Hayes can't quite get hold of it. Tackle possibly without the ball. Burns recovers best, sends it forward, and a good mark taken there. Not paid, the umpire says. But they're still moving forward, the Panthers. This time through Grimmond-Lee, who picks that up expertly, shrugs the tackle, wheels around. He's got someone in the middle and a beautiful kick. Grimmond-Lee just lowered his eyes. He didn't get carried away with that and saw a teammate free, and it's Carter. So Tristan Carter, not usually accustomed to being here and having a shot at goal. He's a very dour, stingy defender in that centre-half back position, but he will enjoy this goal as a way of saying thank you. Should kick this. Straight in front. And nails it. He'll celebrate that. Tristan Carter extends the Panthers' lead. So when it really mattered, when they needed it, they've really stepped on the accelerator here. 4 straight for the Panthers in what's been a massive goal fest in this last quarter for both sides. Most goals kicked in the match so far have all been in this last quarter. And now the pressure well and truly on for the Marlins. They've got about 6 minutes to respond. It's going to be a very difficult task. We saw the Marlins play a gallant match against Newcastle City, the league leaders, a few weeks ago, to come awfully close. Oh, mark almost taken by Blythe then. Couldn't bring it down. They've still got it in their hands, the Marlins, but the Panthers have taken it off them now. They kick towards the wing. Foot race now. Marlins should get to it first. And out of nowhere comes Taj Knight to try and undo it all. Stoppage now. 5 minutes to go. Time now, the mortal enemy of the Nelson Bay side. They've been gallant all day. Reimer has hold of it. Tackled. Been a lot of free kicks here today. This one going to Bishop. Oh, that's been handed over to Leecroft, who applied the tackle. They'll start to try and chew up minutes now, you would imagine, the Panthers. Marlins, Wormburn one forward. Out of bounds though, and a rodeo kick. So the Panthers will take this one. Mark. Borg, Rasmus Borg. Another emerging star of the Panthers outfit. Good kick to a dangerous spot. Kerry's got it, tries to shrug the tackle, but he's held. And a kick for goal is effective. And the Panthers show their class. Taj Knight that time. He gets another one. And they are on fire, the Panthers. They've shown why they are perpetual finalists year in, year out. So much due to the services of this man right here. He'll be enjoying this. 200 games. One would think it's beyond doubt now. As gallant as the Nelson Bay Marlins have been, and they were deserving, no doubt, they weren't able to consolidate with goals early, and it's come to haunt them in the back half of the game. And that is where is your undoing against an outfit like the Terrigal Avoca Panthers, especially playing for the milestone men today in the spotlight. Final minutes of what's been a tremendous game. Lots to like about this Nelson Bay Marlins outfit though. They will compete in the finals and they will do very well. And they're not done with yet. The mark here, taken by Mitch Hall. He'll line up, I think this is his third goal, if I'm not incorrect. Wanting to get it on quickly. The Marlins will still feel they have a chance here. But missing that will make it a little more difficult. 2 minutes to go. The Terrigal Panthers will be home here. It'll be a historic match, an unforgettable one in the end. To their most favourite sons, milestone men, and very much leaders and creators of the success the Panthers have been able to enjoy so much over the last couple of decades. They'll enjoy this very much. They count the clock down. It's just a matter of formalities now. Burns. His mark is good. Kicks it towards the wing. Good contest. Spoiled by the Marlins from behind. Burns goes in ferociously head first. Terrific work. Hand pass out wide now. A succession of them. Leecroft sells a little candy. Gets his boot to ball nonetheless. Mark taken. There was Addison White there. Hand passes to Blackburn, who launches one forward. Billy Barton might finish with one. It goes across the face. And he'll be disappointed with his day, Billy. He's been wonderful all around the ground. And we can't criticise him at all other than his accuracy in front of goals today. He came off a bag last week, which we got on the live and exclusive coverage on the scene, but just hasn't been able to capitalise on those opportunities today, which is very much unlike him. But there's no doubt the character of him. He'll go back, assess his goal kicking and come back bigger and better, no doubt. He has a big role to play in the finals this year, as does this entire Nelson Bay outfit. 26 seconds to go. A historic win coming up for the Panthers. And an opportunity just missed. Juice for the Marlins. Can they finish off with one to give them something to smile about on their trip home today? Ball Ball's out of bounds. The siren will go. 7 seconds to go. And so we count that down. And the Terrigal Avoca interchange. There it is. All done and dusted. The Terrigal Avoca Panthers faithful very pleased with what was a very close match for the best part of 3.5 quarters. It's all over now, and we wish a very warm congratulations to two of the most admired and respected identities in the entire league. Jack Grimmond-Lee, the 2-time Elliott Davey medalist and captain of the Terrigal Avoca Panthers, multiple premier. There it is there. The two have a hug, and rightly so too. 200 games to Jack Grimmond-Lee, 300 to this man here, Chris Bishop. What an important figure he has been, not just for this club, but for this entire league. He's had a massive influence right across the board, and there'll be very few who've put in a tenure quite like his. So we wish him all the very best for today and his celebrations tonight, and obviously for him and his charges for the rest of the year. For the Nelson Bay Marlins, well, they know they can compete with the very best in the competition right to the very end, and this will go down as a lesson learned, and they will strategise and plan and prepare for the next encounter against the reigning premiers. And no doubt they will improve on those things that let them down today. And there wasn't much, that's for sure, but to Wade Blackburn, Billy Barton, Jaden Baldwin-Reimer and the rest of this wonderful outfit of Nelson Bay Marlins, we're looking forward to seeing you again on the scene. But right now, we'll end the telecast with congratulations to the Terrigal Avoca Panthers. Another win for them as they head towards finals. And congratulations to Chris Bishop, 300 games. And Jack Grimmond-Lee, 200 games. Two genuine legends of our league. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
I don't know if this is still going to live stream or not. No, wait for him to call me and say it's still going.
Good game. It was actually a good game in the end. Like, we would have been cooked if they could actually kick straight.
Mate, they had their chances in the first quarter.
Didn't they?
They're good, man. They're going to test. They're like AI. They're learning every week.
Yeah.
So good. How are you, mate?
I'm well.
Oh, do you know who had the key for the gate there? I'd like to drive my car up here. I'd like to carry it off.
Actually, I'm trying to think.
It's not Murray here today.
No, Scott's away today.
Is he?
So, yeah, I know Cole's here, but I don't know whether he... Well,
That's right, I'll carry it.
yeah.
I've got a little trolley there, so I'll be able to take that there.